everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make this super sparkly gray and navy cheer bow using Spangle cheer bow strips and some iron-on glitter vinyl. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step is to cut your ribbon to 28 inches long. To adhere the Spangle strip to your ribbon, you're going to remove the white backing. If you've ever worked with rhinestones before, this is a very similar concept. The spangles are attached to this clear transfer tape, and it's not super sticky, but it does have a stick on the back side. So you're going to very carefully line your Spangle strip up with your ribbon at the end of one of the ends of the ribbon. Make sure that it's straight and give it a little bit of a rub to adhere the sticky part of the transfer tape to your ribbon. Then you're going to cover it with a pressing sheet. You can use a splat mat like I have here. You can use a Teflon sheet, parchment paper, an old pillowcase. A lot of things work. You just don't want to put your iron directly on top of the transfer tape. I have my iron set to the highest setting, which is cotton and linen on this iron. And I'm going to press the iron down. I'm using a firm surface, and I'm going to hold it in place for about 10 to 12 seconds in each section. You don't want to rub the iron back and forth because you could get your spangles could slide. So once you do one section, lift up the iron and go to the next section. Okay, you don't want to start to peel off the transfer tape until the material has cooled. If you pull it off while it's hot or even warm, the glue hasn't set yet and you'll pull your spangles off. So while it's cooling, you're going to take some type of a fabric scrap or ribbon scrap and you're going to rub the Spangle strip. This will help make sure that the glue is adhered to the ribbon. And because I used an iron and not a heat press, anywhere that the iron was like the edge, like right here, you can get a ripple in the transfer tape. And that's okay, we can fix that, but we want to make sure that while it's cooling, we rub those ripple areas to press them down. Okay, now that it's cool, I'm going to start peeling back the transfer tape. You're going to start at one corner and you're going to slowly peel it back, slowly and low to the ribbon. If you come across any areas where the spangles start to lift, you're going to stop at that point. I had one little spangle lift right there. I don't think you'll be able to see it because it's just one of these super tiny ones. But what I do is I cut away the transfer tape that everything adhered, and I cut it right before I had one of the spangles lift. So I stop right there. When you put the transfer tape back down, it'll be perfectly aligned again. And then I'm just going to repress that area for about 5 or 6 seconds. And again, you still don't want to pull it back while it's hot or warm. Take your cloth and rub that area that you just repressed. Once it's cool, you can continue pulling your transfer paper back. And that one spangle that started to lift initially is adhered down. I had a little bit more up here. I think I had a ripple in the transfer tape here. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to repress that area. If you're making a lot of bows, it's a little bit easier to use a heat press. That gives you even pressure at the same time across the entire length of the spangle strip. But as you can see, you can still manage quite well with just a household iron. Okay, and we'll keep pulling back. And everything else adhered nicely. So the spangle strip is now attached to one side of the ribbon. Now I'm going to flip to the other side, and for the other half of this bow, I'm going to use a glitter vinyl. The vinyl comes with a clear sheet on one side and then a kind of matte side that you can see that adheres to the ribbon. So you're going to line this up, and again, you never want to place your iron directly on top of either vinyl or fabric or a spangle strip, whatever you're ironing on. Always use a pressing sheet. This type of vinyl just needs about 5 or 6 seconds in each section. Now the glitter vinyl, you can peel off when it's warm or cool. You do want to give it a few seconds so you don't burn yourself. It does get quite hot, but the clear carrier sheet that the vinyl was attached to peels off very easily. Okay, so the ribbon is ready now to make a cheer bow out of. Now what I do when I make a cheer bow, just to help me keep things aligned, I fold the ribbon in half and then I make a crease in the center. And that way I can see the middle, and it just helps me make sure that the bow turns out with the loops and the tails the same size. So you're going to lay your ribbon with the crease in the middle, then you're going to take your tails and you're going to cross them in front of you. And I always do an extra check, and I make sure that my tail lengths are the same size on both the left and right side of the bow. I like the tails of the cheer bows that I make to be about 5 inches long, so I just keep this little strip of ribbon handy. This is 5 inches long, and I just put it on the ends to make sure that each tail is 5 inches long. Both of these look good. So now I'm going to crease the center, and to hold the center in place I'm going to use a zip tie. So I'm going to pick it up carefully to make sure that these tails don't slide, and then I'm going to carefully pick up the center of the back where the crease is, and then I'm going to fold the center of the bow. You're going to crease it back and forth a few times to work the center, and it should end up looking like this. Then you can carefully put the zip tie around the middle. And the nice thing about using the zip ties is after you put it on, if you realize that you've made one side bigger than the other, or your tails are not proportional, you can just snip the zip tie and start over again. Now before I pull it real tight, I pull it about halfway. I pull the zip tie about halfway, and I check the bow. Just give it a visual. Sometimes you can make little adjustments before you pull the zip tie tight. And this looks pretty good. So now I'm going to pull the zip tie tight. Once you pull it as tight as you can, you're going to snip the extra part, the extra plastic part of your zip tie off. Now I'm going to trim the tails. The spangle side has your V cut, your alignment for the V cut at least, lined up right there with the spangle. So just fold the ribbon in half, take your scissors and cut on an angle right next to those spangles. Then the other side, I'm going to try to keep that same angle. And you just do the same thing, fold it in half and then cut on an angle to get a V cut like the other side. Now I'm going to add a ponytail holder to the back of this bow. So I'm going to take my glue gun, I'm going to put some glue on the back, and then I'm going to adhere the ponytail holder to the back of the zip tie. Give that a few seconds to dry. Then I'm going to use this glittery velvet ribbon for the center. So what I do is I put a little glue in the center of the bow in the front, and then I put the glitter ribbon right on top. Then bring it around to the back. And you want a little bit of extra, but you don't want a lot of extra ribbon in the back, so just trim off anything that could have been too long. Usually you don't need more than just about 2 inches or so. And then glue down the back of whatever kind of ribbon you used for your center. And put it right over the ponytail holder. So the back of your bow should look like this. Now to make sure that your bow lasts for a long time and you don't have any trouble with fraying, you should take a wood burner. And if you run the wood burner along the cut edges of your grosgrain ribbon, that will slightly melt it and it will seal the edges so you don't have any fraying. And your bow is complete. If you'd like, you can also take something like stiffening spray and you can lay your bow down flat. I would put it on something like a paper towel or some kind of other, I wouldn't spray it directly on your ironing surface, but if you lay it down flat and you make sure everything is sized right, exactly how you want it to be, the loops are perfect, you can spray it with stiffening spray and your bow will be perky and it will stay looking nice for a long time. Thanks for watching our tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned something. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss on any future tutorials that we have to offer.